Hi everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Lauren, and today I'm going to be drawing my March TBR. So before I jump into it, I want to give a quick apology for missing the upload. Last week I had some personal things going on that kind of ate up my time and I was unable to make a video, so apologies for that. Things should be back to normal now, so I will be on my weekly posting schedule once again. So if you are new to my channel, how this works is that each month I draw 5 books and I have 2 jars that I draw them out of. The first one I draw 4 stars from, and it is my regular TBR jar. This has little origami stars in it that I folded up out of paper. These are all color coded. So for example, all of like the neon yellow stars in here, I think that I added them in like maybe September or something. So it kind of helps me keep an eye on how long any set of books has been in here. I don't want to wait too long to read books, otherwise I will lose interest, and I don't want that to happen. And if you are interested to know all of the books that are in this jar, I'll leave a link down in the video description box below to my Goodreads page. You can go over there and see every book that I have on my TBR. As well as drawing 4 stars out of this jar, I will also be drawing a 5th star out of my golden star jar, which is getting pretty empty at this point. These are the books that I am most excited to get to, the ones that I really want to bump to the top of the list, so I will be drawing one out of here as well. If I end up having enough time this month, I will be reading a 6th book for the Buzzword challenge, which I'll put the little sheet up here for you to look at so you can see what I've read so far. I think that March's challenge is the word secret. I've read The Secret History, I've read The Secret Garden, and what exists out there with that word in the title, there aren't a lot of them. But if I do have time for this, I probably end up reading, I think it's called The Secret Life of Color. It's a nonfiction book. It may be too dense. I don't know that it's like a sit down and read the whole thing kind of book, but even if it's pretty dense, I'm a designer, that's my profession, and that I think that this would be a cool book to have. Unless I hear of something that sounds better, then I may end up reading that one. So those are all my plans for March, so let's just jump right in and draw some books. All right, here we go. First draw. So I think of everything that's been in here, I think these this sort of muted red color, these have been in here probably the longest. These have been in here since it looks like December of 2021. So I'll draw one of these. The first book is going to be The Ghosts of Heaven. Awesome, I own this. I'll go grab it. I'll be right back. All right, here we go. The Ghosts of Heaven by Marcus Sedgwick. This was kind of a random purchase for me. I got it off of Book Outlet. I saw it and the cover intrigued me. I thought it sounded interesting. And if I recall, it's been a while since I bought this, but I think that this is composed of a few different stories that end up kind of linking up in the end. And I think that a big theme of this book is time. Each of the characters in these mysterious linked stories embarks on a journey of discovery and survival carried forward through the spiral of time. None will return to the same place. So a little bit cryptic, as you all know. I really like a good cryptic story. This just sounds really interesting, maybe sort of a cross between like a metaphysical sci-fi, but sort of literary, like mixed with literary fiction. So I've been very curious to get to this one, so I'm really excited to finally have it on my TBR for March. All right, here we go. Second draw. Let's see here. So I think that these baby blue stars have been in here a while. These have been in here, I think, since maybe August. The royal blue stars have been in here since November of 2021. Why don't we draw one of these? I really like this color and I'm kind of feeling it. So let's do one of the royal blue stars next. All right, and the second draw is going to be, ooh, nice, Hummingbird Salamander. This is a Jeff Vandermeer book, one of my favorite authors, and I own it, so I'm gonna go grab it. I'll be right back. All right, here it is, Hummingbird Salamander by Jeff Vandermeer. First of all, I have to say this is probably one of my favorite book covers that I own. I think that it is just so beautiful. I just love this. I think it's really, really striking, a really striking cover. I know it's about a woman who she gets a note or something that like directs her to a storage unit, and she goes to the storage unit. This is all very mysterious, and there's a taxidermied hummingbird and a taxidermied salamander, and they're inside of the storage unit, and wherever this book is set, those are endangered animals, and she ends up off on some weird hunt for like whoever sent this note to her, and I don't know, it sounds like the story kind of spirals from there. Though it sounds really interesting to me, it does not have the greatest of reviews. However, I love the way that Jeff Vandermeer writes, so even if the story kind of goes off the rails a little bit, I do like his writing style, so hopefully at the very least I will enjoy that. Either way, this is a beautiful book, so I would truly have to hate this book to get rid of it. My expectations are low, but hopefully this will be a good read for me. All right, here we go, third draw. So I think that this sort of muted green, these have been in here since September of 2021, so I think I'll go for one of these next. All right, and the third draw is going to be awesome, Dune Messiah. Nice, I own this one as well. I'm gonna grab that real quick. I'll be right back. All right, here we go, Dune Messiah by Frank Herbert. This, I think I read Dune, the first book. I think I read it in 2021. It's been a while for sure, so I'm definitely going to have to look up the summary of the first book to like remember where we are and to jump into this one, because from what I understand, it pretty much picks up right where the first book left off and just continues to carry the story on. If you are unfamiliar with Dune, which you probably all are, but if you aren't, it's a sci-fi series. It follows a character named Paul Atreides and his family, who they end up moving to this planet that is colloquially called Dune. And it's very, the story is almost Shakespearean in nature, like feuding families and a lot of power and wealth and people murdering each other and all that kind of good stuff. Dune, I really enjoyed Dune. It was a great book, and it's a sci-fi classic. So I'm very excited to carry on in the series. I also am kind of setting my expectations a little bit lower because I've heard mixed reviews for this. Some people love it, some people hate it. They feel like it doesn't really hold its own as compared to the first book. So setting my expectations in a realistic level. Alrighty, fourth draw. Okay, so I think of all of these, the ones that have been in here the longest include the solid purple, this bright green, and there's another one of these sort of muted green ones. I think I'm going to, let's see here, I think the purple ones have been in here since October of 2021, so maybe I'll take one of these next. All right, and my fourth draw is going to be Wakers by Orson Scott Card. I don't own this at the moment. Well, technically speaking, I do own this. I recently ordered this book, and it is on its way to me as we speak. So yeah, hopefully it'll be at my house by the time I'm ready to read this. This, I think it might be a YA sci-fi, though I know for sure it's a sci-fi, but I can't remember if it's adult or YA. I think it's YA. And I think that it is of the sort of maybe suspended animation variety of sci-fi, where someone has been put in suspended animation and then they wake up maybe to a world that is completely unfamiliar to them. I might be butchering that, but I feel like I might be kind of close to. I don't know. We'll see. I've really been looking forward to it. I like the way that Orson Scott Card writes. So hopefully this one delivers. All right, here we go. A fifth and final draw out of my golden star jar. I think I've got about, what is that, maybe 6 stars left in here. I like to keep about 10 or 12, so maybe time to make more. All right, and my final draw is going to be, oh, nice, yes, The Rivers of London. I got these books for Christmas, which, by the way, I'm going to be having a haul video coming up pretty soon. I got this, not the entire series, but nearly all of the books from The Rivers of London. This is super exciting. Let me go grab it. I'll be right back. All right, here we go. Rivers of London by Ben Aaronovitch. The reason I was so interested in this series is that it is an urban fantasy series, which I love urban fantasy. It's one of my favorite genres. And this, I believe, follows, I don't know if the whole series follows one person or if it switches around, but I know that this one follows a character who is maybe a police officer, a detective or something. He is trying to maybe solve some sort of murder mystery, but there is magic involved, I think. I know it says on the back, my name is Peter Grant, used to be probationary constable. My story really started when I tried to take a witness statement from a man who was already dead. So that's a very intriguing line to me. So I'll be very curious to find out what that means. So I'm really super excited about this. I have a feeling this is going to be a really good time. All right, so I think that is going to be it for me today. These are the books that I will be reading in March. These, as well as Wakers and possibly The Secret Life of Color or some other book with the word secret in the title. We'll have to see. I think that March is shaping up to be a really great reading month, and I hope that you have some awesome books lined up for March as well. If you do, I hope that you will talk to me about it in the comments down below. Let me know what you're planning on reading. If you enjoyed this video, I hope that you will like it and possibly subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.